them kids. Bust through a building, crush some lips, done being victim, become the villain, none of us are villains, punching kids. I think they forgot who the fuck this is. Yeah, go this. Did he hunt some pigs? Crew cut your crew like Kruger, dudes catch shit till I jump and squish. Attack a witch titan, not this one. I applied the big violence, plot twist done, hit a man with the sadness and hate from the island. Awake that pop his lung, you crooks plotting. You started this shit, now you put stop it. Friendship, arm in the woods, what? Better shut your mouth or complain to my foot. Bottom, kill what's mine, fight through your spine, you killed mankind. Thought it was fine, rumble in time. If I take a walk with the guys who will black out the bars, cut sky. I know that you hated me for no reason, so let me crush the world and get even. I want to self-destruct to make all these man know the meaning of fear while they're screaming. Demon, let me show you a demon. Let me elbow drop to your ceiling and call it a greeting. You will all be defeated. I don't care no more. I make sure life's never fair no more. Look in my eyes, nothing.
Yeah, it just occurred to me that my title is, I don't know if it's dumb or if it's got nuance to it. Like, labeled the stream trying to make a skull emote, as in like trying to make a skull express emotion. And realizing now that it sounds like, oh, I'm trying to make a skull emote, as in like the thing that goes in the chat, which is also technically true, but it makes it sound like I have no idea what the fuck I'm doing, which I guess I really don't. Even after all these years, like the emotes I make are still like hard to make out, man. I don't know, everyone I make them for says they love them, and they look great on mobile, but like, I work on Twitch exclusively on desktop, and every time I try to look at them, like, they fucking, Anyways, so what we're doing today is we're gonna be revamping my emotes. This is a project I started a while ago, and then like stopped after making one, which I'm gonna be revising that one, and then continuing on with the other one that I started. So let's get to it, shall we? So the one bit of advice I got from the dude that made my emotes, like the ones that God fucking words. These emotes, one second. Oh no, not that one. I made that one in a sad attempt to mimic. I don't know how he got so much detail in some of these, like, I guess, yeah. So, what was I saying? Yeah, right. So the dude that made those was kind enough to give me some advice. Like, and you know, the general consensus for emote creation is more or less, has always been less is more, right? Which I get that, but like, I feel like I need more contrast, so I've already been dicking with this a little bit before stream started. So like, I adjusted the colors to make like the greens more contrasty. Made these bigger. I think I'm gonna make this larger. Increase the stroke weight a bit. Maybe keep it to just one of those. Okay, hold on. There's a selection functionality that I chose to ignore. Whatever. Oh, that's generative shape fill. That's generative expand. Oh, we have generative expand in Adobe Illustrator now? Cool. Either way. I think we'll keep it on this side so we can make it larger. Crank that shit up to like 120. FBI, open up! Hey Alan, you scared the ever-loving fuck out of me. It kind of looks like a boa size. And then the other bit of advice he gave me was to size up the hand. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna grab all this. Oh, we already scooched it over to the side pretty well. I'm gonna bump up the size. Mission success? What was the mission? To scare me? To terrify the fuck out of me? Maybe. How we doing? I suppose I should get my Twitch channel open so I can like update this. Still sick? I feel that. Hi Josh. How we doing? Hey, I made $5 this month on Twitch. Nice. Also, Josh, you're next in line for commission shit. You said you wanted that dog thing. I will say I'm going to be taking next week and the following week off. I need a little bit of a stream hiatus so I can have 2 days out of the week where I'm not actively, like 2 or 3 days out of the week where I'm not constantly doing shit. Just for a couple weeks. I need a little bit of a fucking, you know, I need a little bit of a break. I feel bad for needing that, but also, like, you know, fucking I need a damn break, alright? But you are next on the list, so I will need an image of the dude I made you, because you said you wanted it in that style, and I will need an image of the puppers at some point. Let's go ahead and export this. I feel like this is gonna look a lot better, honestly. So let me just remove this from the slot, delete this from the library, add a new one. It's too large. God damn it. Big is it? It is exactly 1 megabyte. Fuck you. Oh, less than. God damn it. Alright, what if we do 250 PPI? Ayo. It's too many damn pixels now? Is that fucking... really? Really?
Crazy berserker, I killed it. It's murder. Go crazy berserker, I killed it.
It is within that fucking pixel range, you fucking... Alright. I don't see why we're having all these fucking issues. I guess that's the magic of Vector. I can just make it fuck at any size. Don't have to worry about downsizing issues. He said, definitely a little pissed off at Twitch right now. With their nonsense. Motherfucker. Okay, you'll send it tonight, but like you said, yours is not in any hurry, so who's after you? Currently nobody. Fishy was asking about like stream overlays, but he specifically said basic, and like I'm kind of in the boat of like, if you just want something basic and not particularly personalized, like just looking for like a color theme or something, like there are perfectly good free ones that are like, they're great. Like I was using free assets for a while that were very passable. Are we gonna work this time? I don't even have the stream on, just whenever you want to work on it. I mean, the stream is generally how I keep on task with that kind of thing. We're just having all sorts of issues. It's just doing the circle of death right now. That way stream can be for other stuff, like if you want to just draw for myself. Yeah, generally, if I'm working on something that's not super high priority, I'll alternate like weeks. Or if there's something that is priority, but I still want to make my own shit, I'll do like a Saturday stream. I appreciate you looking out for me, dude. Okay, let's try refreshing. Let's try this again. It's a fucking bullshit. Hold up. We're going to the properties. Oh. Okay, I guess it is too big. Let's drop that down to 150 and see how we do. Man, I got a friend from a while back that like haven't really talked to in a while that's kind of in the same space. I don't know so much about the whole hanging in there status as far as him. Yeah, man, I feel that too. I have yet to hit up a new a therapist. Ash gave me contact info for who they go to, and supposedly they're in my network. I just keep forgetting to contact them. I wonder if that's a factor of depression, as just general forgetfulness. That might just be the ADD, honestly. All right, now it should work. Hey. It does look a bit better. Not like 100% better, but it's still pretty decent. Wonder if it'll help if I add an outline to it. And this kind of just turned into a giant blob, so let's drop that down to like 80. Call your psychiatrist tomorrow because you tanked hard today. It's always rough.
Go insane, make it clap. Hit the switch on them, then run it back. Disintegrate, fade to black. All my special grade bitches, where you at? Let's go. Do this shit for all my brothers. When we pull up, watch them all take cover. Go insane, make it clap. Hit the switch on them, then run it back. Curse technique, I'm a rock star. Special grade like shit is not hard. No, you ain't plug, get away now. 6 feet deep, better stay down. Pop star bitch, she's a rock star.
Just turn this to yellow quick so I can see where shit is. Would help if... Yeah, I can feel that. I was just frustrated personally with like... I don't know, my shit's weird, but like I'll have moments where it's absolutely just horrific and like just really, really bad, and then I'll be fine for like weeks, if not months on end, and it makes me question whether or not I actually have an issue. Let's see how this looks. That did help a little bit. Give it a little bit of like extra, like, I don't know, something. It did something. Digging it. Alright, that one's updated. Now on to the next one. I'm gonna copy and bring this with, actually. Thank you for contributing, Fish. Might be TMI, but you were put on the pill for medical reasons. You're wanting my name back in your business because it could affect it. Oh yeah.
I will send you to Jesus.
Bad days. Okay. 1 second.
1 eternity later.
Motherfucker, I just friggin' listen here, motherfucker. There, it's extended. We're at 55%. Gonna just grab everything that is this color, turn it that color, everything that is this color. Thank you for the lurk. Still see you hanging in the corner, you weird little fuck, but I love you so. I don't even remember writing that. That just happened. That was fully spur of the moment type nonsense. Don't know what came over me. Oh, thank you. I have like little bursts of like genuine like hilarity, or like I'm actually kind of a funny dude. I wish I had the same energy I have playing D&D with the boys. Cause like goddamn, I like some of the riffs I like have while we're fucking playing D&D like amaze me. I'm just like, God damn, that was great. Good job, me. Now if I could bring that shit to my stream. It's like, I swear, it's like I feel like I need to have someone to riff with more consistently, like on the fucking, like on the streams.
Your pride. I might do a little talking. I'm stating facts. I'll put the metal to your body. All you spray is cats. Attacks coming back to back to back. Wide rank squad back to back to back. I wouldn't try.
Don't even know if this is gonna show up in the end product, but I like having the option.
I'm a different kind of high. Float like a butterfly. When I sting, it's the star. My eyes the butterfly. Ain't no bedtime speech. Green mask is the only way you'll sleep on me. I am beat on reach. Will the pole like a lance. My arm strong. I'll make your side gone. You can't even draw a side arm. I hear you haters loud talking. Now to say on my song 13 EPs and I'm a weave icon. If you want to get the work, I'm the best of the best. Coming to the tournament, now put your ass to the test. Follow me, follow me, follow.
Oh shit. That's fully just the same color, huh? Okay. There, at least it differentiates a little bit.
Name on the book on the front page, turn a loser to a winner, call that chump change. When I come of age, I'm a hurricane, red cloud like mist with a blood spray. On the uptake, yeah, I'm gonna be so bitterly top of the league, full victory, drop of the beat, no killer beat, cancel the heat, stay clock a wee, hickory, dickory, duck. Kage, you're killing your gut.
Oh yeah, Fishy, I don't know if you got, well, you said you're lurking, so I don't know if you can even hear me right now, but...
When I'm unlocked, got the truck where flow, no shackles. Sasuke's run off, but the job's done. When I hit him hard like a yaoi paddle. Not a real blood on my DNA. These senseis say gonna be okay. These senseis say I'ma be so great. It's a piece of cake like a preordained. When I beat on pain to this KIA, I'ma pave my way for the darkness. Cause I'm making waves when I save the day. Staying fresh like Ichiraku ramen. Squad, we putting in work, we turn it up, yeah. Put my fist to the earth, we turn it up.
You give a little context before you tell you the thing you were quoted on. One of the writers of Baldur's Gate 3 confirmed that Gale absorbs the magical items by suppository means. You're telling me that Gale shoves magical items up his ass? I don't know how to feel about that. Okay.
Squad, we putting in work, we turn it up, yeah. Put my fist to the earth, we turn it up, yeah.
So you posed the question to your D&D group, what happens when Gale does anal? I mean, that's a pretty fair question, all things considered.
Now I'm surrounded by these snakes that behaving like vultures. I know this vengeance is consuming me over and over. Used to have the strongest vision, now I see darkness and heartache. Living in the shadow of a brother who should have been Kage. The ones I recognize, the least are refusing. Disregard me, I wanna sever these bonds, so tell me why would you discard me?
Squad, we putting in work, we turn it up, yeah. Put my fist to the earth, we turn it up, yeah.
Make 'em bleed till it hurts, we turn it up, yeah. Team 7 back in the battle, we turn it up, Classes in session, you idiots need to listen up. Don't ask me any questions about the mask or you'll be written up. My orbital area.
Oop, that didn't do what I wanted it to. Is there a minus back? No. So screenshot and posted, you don't know the D&D server by another party member? Oh yeah. Oh, in the D&D server, okay. Was the question answered, or did people get weird about it?
in the same spot.
Squad be putting in work, we turn it up, yeah. Put my fist to the earth, we
Also, I feel like it doesn't really matter. Yeah, right. I mean, okay, so not to be a buzzkill on this front, but like, I genuinely feel like it wouldn't make any difference. Because it's like, it's the magical, like, unless the creature he's doing butt stuff with is magical. Ah, yeah, okay.
OP, I'm another level. You may think you want beef till you see the devil. I see you getting all geek, you must think you're special. Pick up one piece and you'll need a shovel. Cause you believe in one piece, you will need a shovel. Devil's fruit on me, you see the glint of metal. Juiced up and I squeeze and a bit of metal. I have you walking to the light when I read a pencil. Only yells, I'm a beast, can't you see? Can't nobody fuck with me. I've been here for centuries and still don't have a dent in me. Is it you? Could it be? Are you the one that set me free? Oh, please unleash your weaponry. I'd love to peep your pedigree. Woo! Here we go again. You one lobe and the same sun folding. They're so bold when they are gun toting. And I hope foes when I'm unbroken. Gun is still smoking when I approach them. They are all frozen when I leave them open. They can't even soak it. Wouldn't even have to know it. Doesn't come in focus until they hold it.
Okay, now I'm thinking about this way too fucking hard. God damn it. But like, alright, so technically speaking, I don't think it would make any difference unless the creature that was doing the nasty with Gale was also magical in nature, right? But then, like, what if he's doing it with like a djinn or something, where like they are an embodiment of magic? Like, would they just gradually fade away into his beehole? You're welcome. Does it work like a vortex? Hold on, I've given that man like magical swords. Is he shoving like the whole sword up? That is, where does it go? Does it dissolve? Is it like a fucking portal to another plane? I need more details now, god damn it.
Normal protagonist, I am not having it. Enemies, they don't leave in an ambulance. Slithering, I got teeth like a basilisk. Life is a flaming eye on that candle wick. Head like a blade, then it shreds like a javelin. Life off your mane like the head of a mannequin. Shredding your brain like the head of some cabbages. Get the picture, you'll be dead when the camera clicks. And the savage to go deal with the savages. Kill your crew, I got a varying bag of tricks. I'm hard with a trump card by this level zero when you bitches can't handle it. What you thought you could slay a god? Roll it down, you can play the odds. When you dive in, don't blame me for it. Only death when you play me, boy.
I'm running into an issue here already.
Roll it down, you can play the odds.
Oop.
When you dive in, don't blame me for it. Only death when you play me, boy. I'm a monster.
Wanna step to the king, I run through your block at a stop like a strip mine. Pray to your gods, I push shots in a two when the crew roll up with the guns cause I bring put a hole in a crock like a pair of shoes.
You have an answer as to whether or not his butthole is a vortex?
Then I light up the track like the merry dude. I don't play, they cheat and I beat them like Foxy. When I stay repeating some beats that I'm an army. When they face this demon, they're pleading to calm me. When they got beef, easy, I leave them like donkey. Getting bodied, who's ever never gone missing mark. They can spit in half, so I leave him with different scars. I'ma hit him hard, switch it to third, and I'm living large.
Second.
Stay scary, could call that a thriller bar.
Desbravar o grande mar. Oh, juntos podemos mais perseverar pra conquistar.
Okay.
3, 2, 1, go!
Everyone go down, safe from the shield that I need to bounce back. Para make it loud, tomar a iniciativa, there's no need to doubt that. I'ma break new ground, só falando consagrado, I'ma prove you outlast.
Over my straw hat, no matter what the challenge is, I'm gonna bounce back. And I'm gonna bounce back. They be overtaken when they hit the soundtrack. I'm about
I need further detail. I need like a proper breakdown at like a lore level as to how a wizard can shove a full magical scepter, a full magical item up his butt and it not rupture anything. Like if it's made out of, yeah, like the amount of time it would take. He got yeeted from stream, I'm sorry. Like the amount of time it would take for a metal sword to dissolve. Can I like refresh my chat? Hey, the new, okay, so I can refresh chat on my end and I can test out the emote update. That looks pretty good. I'm pretty happy with that, honestly.
Better know I bounce back. Captain, know that I take the lead. Get back. Ain't nobody doubt that. Steps to the king, you can mess with me.
Desbravar o grande mar. Oh, juntos podemos mais perseverar pra conquistar.
3, 2, 1, go!
Everyone go down, safe from the shield that I need to bounce back.
Thank you.
Para make it loud, tomar a iniciativa, there's no need to doubt that. I'ma break new ground, só falando consagrado, I'ma prove you outlast.
Over my straw hat, no matter what the challenge is, I'm gonna bounce back. Crew got my back and we sailed the seas, cause there's not a dream we will fail to reach. 3, 2, 1, let's go!
Remember seeing that a while back and decided it was worthy. No, yeah, I agree. I am going to have to bring that up to my D&D party and be like, all right, what do you guys think the logistics are of this? Because I've legit given Gale like a magical sword. Like I'm pretty sure I gave him like a magical great long sword. Just because like I wasn't using it and my wife couldn't use it and like all the other NPCs were pretty well decked out, right? And so I have some questions about how he managed to get that up there. Let alone manage to do so without fucking straight up rupturing his colon. Just grab this, dupe it, and rotate it. Maybe the magic that's thirsty for the items makes the colon dissolve them instantly. I feel like that would work. I could see that as an explanation. Yeah, I would be forced to assume that it had like somehow was capable of dissolving it, because otherwise like that's not gonna be a good time for anyone involved.
feel a flame. Reminiscing on them past days when I used to ride with the gang. Ever since I gave you a piece of me, things ain't never been the same. That old me dead and gone now, let it wash away in the rain. Everything changed for me. Better days never came for me. As long as you never came.
All right, so I think what we're gonna do, we're gonna size this up enough to like cut off the lower arm, like the elbow joint, so that we can size this the fuck up. Maestra rolled up her sleeves and was like, all right, you kinky bastard, you want to fuck me over, you're gonna get fucked. Oh, interesting. Didn't know I could do that. Now you want a romance Gale. Let's grab all of this except for the stars. Copy, paste and back. Unite. Hot swap that stroke to
Sabo, about to meet the chief of staff, I go aggro. Hammer got the keys to smash like piano. Spooky to the breeze and ass like tobacco. Hidden like a geocache with like shadows. Passion, just start to all of her app in the action. Hamilton fashion, look what I'm packing. Now that I'm second in line to a dragon. Grip it, claws and I rip it. I can be important, turn around, I said I did it. Got the face of mirror, mirror when I spit it. So prolific, push the navy to the limits. It's a dream, I'm here to finish, I'm a boss. Miss me, flow, crispy. Razor cuts the brothers, all us up under Da Vinci. Big Lee's gonna hit my peak, no whiskey. Bars hard like the metal pipe I keep with me.
change it back to white. I've never managed to romance anyone except I mean, I haven't played a ton. My wife and I have a co-op game we've been doing, but that's kind of fallen off ever since she got her second job. She's been in bed consistently by like 7 p.m. on the day that we would be playing, which is, we were supposed to be doing alternating Saturdays, alternating between game time for us and then me doing a personal art stream. And that fell off pretty fucking quick. She just can't stay awake late enough. But during that game session, I was able to romance, what the fuck is his name? The Warlock. There has been no sexy fun time yet, but there's many smooches. Honestly, I shouldn't have. I feel bad because my wife was trying to, yeah, Will. My wife was trying to romance Will, but like then I had an interaction and I was like, my brain went, will this game let me have a polyamorous relationship? And it turns out the answer to that, I guess, in the specific context of Will and the tiefling lady, is no. So I screwed up my chances with the tiefling and kind of stole my wife's in-game boyfriend. Oops.
Our passion burning, we'll show you how it's done. The wheels are turning, now that we're bound by blood. Our passion burning, this journey's just begun.
Halcyon and Asterion? Alright. I mean, good to know. I was like, this game's pretty woke. It'll probably let me have 2 fucking, like, partners. Oh. Let's see how this looks. Pretty fucking good, honestly. I'm not mad at it. Motherfucker, is it too big? Barely. Ugh. And they literally let you do the Dio Halcyon in his bear form. That's pretty fucking wild. I really gotta stop closing this fucking window. Alright, there we go. Yeah, you can tell what that's supposed to be well enough. Alright, let's see how this looks. I gotta hold on, let me refresh chat. It looks good. Hell yeah. Do 1 just to see how it looks by itself, because those are a little bigger in certain instances. Dope. Starts because he got overexcited and changed into a bear. Wild. Ashan. Uspsup. You can then choose to move forward or make him change back. That is... You can bang a dude in bear form, but you can only have one polycule. Huh. Alright, what other ones did we have? We have a cheer, a sphere, and a table flip. I think we're gonna do fear next. This one is speaking to me for some reason. Been streaming for 9 hours. Jesus Christ, dude. I can't even comprehend doing that. I've done a 12-hour stream and I've done a 24-hour stream before. And those were both like horrific. It's too much. It's too much at one time. Hell, the longest one I've done in the last like half a decade was, I think, 6 hours. Now, the longest one in the last 5 years was definitely the 24-hour, but like, because that was like the year before I met Julie. And I distinctly recall doing that in the brief period of time where I lived alone. You're very distracted with the game you're playing. So you had like a point you were trying to get to, but kept going, ooh, shiny. What was that? Hold on. Heard like a fucking... I don't even know what the hell to describe. It was like a loud, low hum. It's like what I imagine Snorlax ripping ass to sound like outside my window. That's a quote.
Spitting more than hot air. I cannot be compared. No martial I teach him a lesson. I'm bringing the heat, so I'm lighting the flare. You know we packing that firepower. I'm finna let the chopper burst like it's my dollar. Blazer, can you see my blazer kicks? I've been a fire star. My homie pull a beam out in the night, so he might be out. Releasing heat, my job boy, it leveled up from a hobby. You see this blue on my body? I'm stacking nose, no marking. I don't smile because I'm cocky. I'm smiling cause who gon' stop me? You killing the beat, my company ain't. Check the autopsy.
For sure we almost got Zevlor as a companion too. Zevlor. Hold on. Oh. Oh yeah, that guy. Okay. I feel like they wanted to keep it like a fairly wide variety of like races, as far as that's my assumption at any rate, is they wanted to keep a variety of like races amongst the companions. I don't know, I'm salty you can't play as like monstrous races. Like I want to do like a run as like a goblin or a kobold. I think that'd be cool. I'm sure that someone has created a mod for that, but yeah, I mean, you know. So I've just always found the concept of like monstrous races that are like, you know, chill. 'Cause, like, obviously not all members of any given like race are gonna be just bloodthirsty little bastards. Like I like the concept of like playing as a goblin or a bugbear or fucking, you know. Like hell, even like there's expanded like Azamar, a Triton, like I don't know. Maybe it has something to do with logistics, like because like it was explained to me by my buddy who's currently my DM. He was explaining to me that like the main reason that they didn't go past like what is it, level 12 or 13, is that past that point like spells and abilities are like borderline impossible to program, because they're basically like past level 12 you're practically a god, or like a demigod at least. Which, I mean, fair. I mean, imagine trying to like program the wish spell and having it be even close to like what that spell could actually do. You think of it this way. Level 1 adventurers are above average people. The Bagman? I'm unfamiliar with the Bagman.
You can catch my squad whipping, popping guns with extendos. You top missing dog, I run with the metal. Leave y'all victims trying scuffle with rebels. The chop hit cannot duck it. The tech on Dragon Vision thought I'm pumping some endo. How I've been getting green and eyes been on me ever since. Back up on my veg and shit, slashing y'all so effortless. Born as cold as the snow, the flow frozen. Still I scorch him, I cannot be tamed. All black Draco light you up, fuck the darkness flame.
Cowardly adventurer hidden in their own bag of holding to escape danger, became lost in the extra dimensional space, transformed into a monstrous creature. That sounds like some homebrew shit. Hold on. You've piqued my curiosity, and now I must Google. Bagman D&D 5e. All right, what is this from? It's on the wiki. Van Richten's Guide to Ravenloft. That's why. Everything from Ravenloft is awful. Like in the best way. Beware the Bagman. All right. So my main issue with that concept, however, is that the bag of holding is a fucking void. Like, there's no air. Like, it's not just an extra dimensional space. It is, like, noted in the item description that, like, anything trapped inside of that is gonna suffocate and die.
beating, that's my pleasure. Never stress the pressure. Coming test, I send the heat and left, and then you're seeing death. Remember, you can't press endeavor. Screw with it.
So unless they have a means with which to survive without breathing, that's kind of an issue. Unless they retconned that aspect of the bag of holding, I guess. Hold on, because maybe does the bag of holding contain air? D&D 5e. 10 minutes of breathing for one thing.
I think the girls with their nails done now.
So yeah, I guess that's a really cool concept. I guess that's just my only gripe. Is like that kind of contradicts the item that the lore is based on itself. Wait, does the fucking creature's description explain how that? Hold on, the bag man. Back to that shit. Here we go. Let's see. Okay, so theoretically he could have been hiding for less than 10 minutes and then somehow entered like a warp space between other extra dimensional spaces. Alright, we have found the workaround, and I no longer have a gripe. Yay. Because I like that concept a lot, and I needed it to work somehow in my brain, or else I would constantly be thinking about that issue as I thought about that cool piece of lore.
I think the girls with their nails done now.
I don't know, I'd be like that. Like, is that a silly hold-up to have? 100%.
I need a head type bitch, drop it down on my dick. She fucking love it when she riding this shit. Yeah, I need an anime hoe, bitch. You already know she screaming kimochi when she drop it low. I need a head type bitch, drop it down on my dick. She fucking love it when she riding this shit. I need an anime hoe, bitch. You already know.
Go away, ads. Found out from a campaign member who is looking at horrifying stuff for their own campaign. Hell yeah. I want to do a horror campaign of some kind. My workaround for that was because I wasn't seeing a ton of like directly horror oriented like pre-built campaigns, and I'm not trying to do another homebrew for a long time, because like that shit was a lot of work, and honestly the results were mid at best. And the people that are playing it seem to be having a good time, which is, you know, the end goal. But like, I see the lack in quality, and that matters to me. The workaround I found was Call of Cthulhu, but then Fishy informed me that apparently Call of Cthulhu games last like maybe 3 hours tops because everyone goes insane and dies. So I'm hoping that's not the case when we finally get around to like trying that out.
Now that a girl acting radical, itty bitty mini skirt, seeing all that ass with just a twirl. Do you got an OnlyFans? I want you, I'm a lonely man, but you a bitch from Rent a Girlfriend, so we just holding hands. I want you as my waifu, maybe for a night or two. I can feel the spark in us, baby get the lighter fluid. She sucks like a loli, then after she holds me, I give her that cream pie like Shiki, she calls me her senpai.
You know what, Shiki, big gay, I get that we all want to fuck these hentai girls, but at the end of the day, they're not real. And maybe we should just start going after real girl. You know what? Fuck it. I still want to fuck them. I need a hentai bitch. Drop it down on my dick. She fucking love it when she ride it.
You're gonna seduce the bag man. Do this again? Oh, right, okay. I feel like cringing at that is the only reasonable way to react to having said that. Hold on, I think I said something equally as cringy. What was it? Quote 4? Oh. 5? Yeah, there it is. I don't know how we got onto that topic. I don't remember I think we were talking about food kinks or some shit. And how I've never fully understood that. This has never been my vibe. I don't know. Like, not trying to yuck anyone's yum, you know what I mean? But like, that's never really been my jam personally. Like, I don't know, makes shit messy. Kind of like changes the way you look at food. I don't want to be getting a, like, I don't want to be fucking trying to have myself like a bowl of cereal and then getting horny. Like, I already have an uncomfortably like intimate relationship with food. Like, have you ever watched Aaron from the Game Grumps? Like, have you ever seen or listened to him eating food? It gets uncomfy really fast. Hold on, let me see if I can just... Aaron Hansen eating food. Sounds. I can't find anything. Like, people haven't made a compilation of that, honestly, thankfully. But Game Grumps is one of my like OG channels that I watched on YouTube from like a young age. They're just like, I love their shit. They have a separate channel now called The Grumps where they do like the 10-minute power hour or whatever. And a lot of those videos involve eating food. And when Aaron Hansen really likes food, it gets weirdly sexual really quickly. I also watched Markiplier and Jacksepticeye, but the Game Grumps are the one that stuck around for me today. Like, I very, very rarely watch Markiplier. Occasionally I'll get a, like, I'll get an inkling and be like, let's see what Mark's up to. I almost, like, I don't think I've watched Jacksepticeye in 5, 6, maybe longer, 5, 6, 7 years. Not that I like, you know, not that I don't like his content or anything. It's just I stopped vibing with him essentially. Something about the interaction and relationship between Danny and Aaron from Game Grumps just like, it's a vibe. I dig it. Yeah, no, like definitely like Markiplier definitely helped me through some tough times. Same with the Game Grumps though. Like they helped me, like their content got me out of some dark places. One that was like a kind of a tough time for me to deal with was, so I don't know if you're familiar with The Completionist. I believe his name is Jared Khalil. I might be wrong there, but well, the name kind of says it all. His whole shtick was he would complete games, and it was a vibe. I dug it a lot. But he had a scandal a few years back at this point where he supposedly unknowingly embezzled from a charity he was doing, and I feel like it's pretty hard to unknowingly embezzle from anything. Like, unless like someone who you employ is doing it without your knowledge, but like even then, like, and that sucks, cause like that dude got me through one of the worst breakups of my fucking life. Especially because I really kind of like identified with the dude, not in the whole completing games aspect, but like he told this one story, right, that like, and like I've made jokes about this myself where it's like, well, how do you have such an awesome beard? And I'm just like, depression, my guy, because I didn't used to have this big bushy beard. I used to be a goatee person. It would just be like right here, like just right here, that's it. And after said breakup that I had mentioned, I just let it go. I just let it grow, and I ended up liking how it looked. And that is the exact same thing that he talked about. Like the reason he's known for having a big bushy beard. Like he had a side channel called the Beard Bros and shit like that. And he told the story about why he had the beard and like where the beard came from and how it became part of his sort of identity. And it was the exact same thing. He had a really nasty breakup and he just let it grow. And like once he was done with his mourning period, essentially, he kind of just looked at himself in the mirror with the giant fucking bushy ass beard and went, huh, all right, and decided to keep it. And I don't know, it seems like a silly thing to identify with now that I'm saying that shit like live on the internet. But like that kind of stuck with me for a long time, and I would like used to make a point to go and like catch his video updates and stuff because of like identifying with him. And then I found out about the whole charity thing, and I was like, well, fuck. All right. That's awesome. Is it? I'm glad you think so. I might cheat a little bit here.
You're perceptive cause you realize you're witnessing perfection. Yeah, I feel like Goku. Shoot the beat straight for the hip. Now bitch, I don't lose. I thought I told you I eat the beat up like it's soul food. Fusion static, get dramatic. Watch us roll through. Don't make no bold moves. You got me feeling like I'm Goku.
It's kind of wild to think about like that point in my life, like that sort of like moment of change where I just like something that resulted from something so shitty and like detrimental to my overall mental health for like such a long time became an aspect of myself that I like a lot. One of the few physical features I have that I'm actually like, hell yeah. Same way about your wavy, slightly curly hair in your eyes. hope this pans out the way I'm wanting it to. I'm getting a little fucking twitchy now. I have very blue eyes. I do remember when I met you in person that was kind of striking. That's another aspect of mine that I'm happy with is my eyes as well. It's my eyes change color with my mood. I don't know how like unique of a trait that is, but it's like something I've always thought was cool about myself. I know there's some people still mistake you for a high schooler. I don't have that issue. Unless I shave. When I'm fully shaved, I apparently look 14 to clerks. I mean, granted, you do look very young. Good genes.
Dripping with blood out their orifice. You think of God, then you thought of this. I leave them they're too talkative, they're gonna call it quits. They got no balls like vasectomies, you cannot step to me. I live and burn like an effigy, double or nothing like Jeopardy. Cause when I kill a bitch, that shit don't stay in my memory.
I'm in a whole different pedigree, y'all really wanna get ahead of me. So guess who you can't get ahead of me. I never crack, but you know that it's crack when I spit that amphetamine. I'm never taking you serious, you my inferior. Stronger than me, that's hilarious. They got them furious, pull up and try me
into Tennessee, you got carded to enter a bar that your mom, aunt, and uncle wanted to listen to the band that was inside. See, that's the magic of this shit, is like, this makes me look like 5 years older than I actually am. So I go from baby face to old man in short order. I suppose I should save this. God, I can't remember the last time I went to a bar. I miss it, but it's expensive. Especially with the shit that I drink on the regular. That sucks. It's like, do we have this conversation now, or do I just deal with it? So I'm assuming the people in question that were the kind of the issue there was your other relatives. Yeah. Yeah.
Dear Father, I'm sorry you're not proud. Sparta's hard enough for a dropout. You should have watched me fall down. Hit the ground running, it's a marathon now. From marble, my heart's been carved out. Chisel the doubt off, vision is sharp now. Don't bother the bull if you're not into horns. You're bringing my inner minotaur. Knocked down and got frowned upon. Lost count of how far I've come.
Highly religious side of the family. Hey. Frankly, I don't think, like, I mean, the hot take, but I don't think your religion should dictate how you feel about someone's identity. When it comes to, like, I don't think identity politics should be, like, I don't think IDPOL should be a factor in religion. I feel like the whole point, because I'm assuming when you say highly religious, you mean Christian, yes? Yeah, no, like, I know plenty of Christians that do not give a shit about identities. Like, whether you are, like, they don't care if you're transgender, fluid, fucking whatever. They're just, like, if you're happy, they're happy as long as you're not hurting nobody. And, like, it's a pretty easy thing to, honestly, it's a pretty fucking easy thing to accept. Provided, you know, you're not being a giant dick. Like I have talked about this on stream before. I have a buddy who's pretty like old school and doesn't fully vibe with like, trans shit. But he was more or less open-minded until his daughter, now son, moved in with him, and it was just a giant fucking dick. Like, moved in with him, brought their wife, and then proceeded to basically, like, relentlessly accuse him of being everything wrong with the world simply because he was a straight white man. Like, basically, his kid became the poster child of the caricature that far-right folks paint trans people to be. Yeah, exactly. Like, there you go. The long and short, don't be a dick. But yeah, essentially his child served to radicalize him away from being an ally, which is not great. Yeah, no, same. That's like, I like having conversations in person with people as well, because like, I feel like trying to explain to someone your point of view over the internet via text doesn't generally pan out super well. Like, I can get into fucking yelling matches with people in a comment section all day long and they won't change their mind at all. Like, regardless of how, like, polite or aggressive I try to be. But I can sit down with someone face to face and, like, we can at least have a conversation. And most of the time it doesn't end in a shouting match unless it's a bunch of drunk old white men at a bar. Alright, let's see how this one looks. I'm pretty sure I've told that story about 100 times on stream as well. I got shouted out of a bar for being too libby. Just, I libbed out on, so not even, I didn't even lib out. I just, you know, said the words, I don't think it's okay for someone to kill someone else defending a business when a business is insured and can be rebuilt and a human life cannot be replaced. I feel like that's a pretty tame take to have. That looks pretty good. Comes across well enough. Heck yeah. Yeah. Well, I don't know how it is across the rest of the world, but it seems that politics, constantly, like, extreme political ideology constantly shoved in your face by whatever media source you prefer, tends to, like, cause people to not be super willing to hear out people on the quote-unquote opposing team. I mean, honestly, I probably qualify as radical left in the context of American politics. Because I have this crazy idea that, like, maybe the citizens of the most wealthy nation on the planet shouldn't be struggling to survive and wondering if they're gonna be able to pay for food for their family, you know? I guess that's extreme these days. I also think education is pretty damn important and we shouldn't be fucking gutting that system. Okay, yeah, that's just called being a dick. Like, if you harass people with political posts when they very clearly don't want to interact with it, I guess one thing to be like, I don't know, I've talked my wife's ear off about this shit all day long, Not so much these days because, you know, we don't see each other all that much during the week, but, you know, I'd find some fucking new thing that happened and, like, vent about it. Like, I'm not, like, sending her fucking post after post after post being like, look at this shit! Like, you know, it comes up in conversation, we have a conversation about it, and then we move on with our fucking day. If I'm still feeling feisty about it later, maybe it'll come back up, but if she's like, hey, I don't really want to talk about this right now, I'll shut up, you know? Where are we at on time? Hour and a half. Am I officially out of... I guess we can get rid of the scream emote. Since now we have the fear. Oh right, this was... The entirety of this thing was to refill my... the free follower emotes. Forgot about that. Forgot that that was the plan. I feel bad for my wife on that front because, like, I can't talk about this shit at my work. Because after a certain point, you know, you get told it's just fear-mongering and you're overreacting enough and you just stop bringing shit up, you know? Even when you're proven right. Damn, like, time after time. Like, I wanted to say dozens, that's a bit exaggerative, but, like, proven right enough times to be like, hmm? The one who gets harassed is a cop who no longer wants to be one. I mean, yeah, I wouldn't want to be a cop in this fucking day and age either, man. Especially when you're, like, actively trying to make the world a better place and you're in a system that is just blatantly corrupt and full of dickheads that cause the entire, like, that cause, like, a large portion of society to just flat out hate you. Like, yeah, I don't blame him for not wanting to be a cop anymore. I don't know. Like, here's a wild thing as far as, like, getting harassed or, like, political ideology extremism, I guess, is probably a better thing there to, like, use as a comparison point. So, like, I go to protests pretty frequently these days, like, every other week, more or less, and on more than one occasion, I have had someone shout at me from their car, either a flat-out death threat, or, like, statement in extreme confidence that I was going to go to hell for my beliefs, which, last I checked, political ideology has nothing to do with, well, I guess it depends on what your political ideology is as far as, like, where you are on the roster of people that are hellbound. Assuming you believe in hell in the first place, which I personally don't. Current mayor and previous mayor of the city he works in were anti-police, yet had the police guard their house. That's fucked. Ah, eat a dick. like define anti-police. Like they wanted police to be defunded and like have more shit go towards like, you know, like public the groups that were like better trained for like dealing with, say, like a mental health situation, or like just straight out we're just like a cab. Oh yeah, no, like I've had multiple people tell me I'm going to hell because I was protesting like police violence or fucking ICE or, you know, what have you. Right now, just in general, like even at like the No Kings protest, where the whole thing was just like, we're not happy with what's happening, we're making our voices heard in a peaceful manner because that is the option we have available to us. Just like one dude, fucking holy shit, was like rabidly angry, like young dude too, like kind of shocking. Dude was probably younger than me, might have been around your age. Was like fully, like full torso out of his car, like out of his car window, driving. He was driving, and oh, they wanted to fund the police. Well, okay, so there's a whole deal with that. Yeah, right. I mean, I guess their motivations are important in that front, but a general concept of defunding the police, people misinterpret it pretty deeply. At least the way I understand the concept, like it sounds like we're saying like, no, we don't want cops at all, and that's not the case. Like, at least in my book, the concept is more so we want the police to be, you know, in charge of like violent crimes and like theft and shit like that, you know. But like, say you have a drug addict that's having a mental episode, or like, you know, just it could be broken down into more groups that have more specialized training, because like most cops aren't trained in de-escalation tactics. At least last I checked. That might be changing, I don't know. Last I checked, police training didn't really involve a ton of de-escalation. It involved a lot of like us versus them mentality, which is not a good look. We might have this kind of like wrap around here. Well, like, yeah, I heard about some areas establishing publicly funded aid organizations that were specifically trained in de-escalation, much like nurses are, especially like emergency room nurses, because like, you know, they tend to be dealing with all sorts of people and all sorts of like states of mental health. And their best option in most situations is de-escalate, because shit can get dicey real fucking quick. Oh, nothing toe to toe, he's gonna face defeat. My eyesight like his BK letters, cause they always face the feet. Bowl cut, no lousy, my head won't be empty. I'm fearless like Jet Li, I'm Coke, you're like Pepsi. Satam is nothing when I'm doing pushes 100 a second. The long and short being is that, from what I heard, those groups made huge impacts on their communities. They were like, they were having high levels of success with minimal necessity to get police involved. So I think that's more so the thing, is like, yeah, that's the long and short of it at any rate. finish the story about that one dude. So this was at the one of the No Kings protests in a local town. This was before we had like the really, really big one. Like the one that was like damn near every city in the country had a decent sized one. This was before that. It was like my second or third protest that I went to. And, you know, we're all just standing there with our fucking signs and doing chants, and they're playing like some good music, and it's just a vibe. And then this one dude comes cruising through in like just through the middle of downtown, and he is fully like from like mid torso, like belly up, out his driver's side window, driving down the street, screaming at us, like fully just rage screaming, like insane. And he's screaming some shit like, "You fucking piece of shit, liberals are all gonna burn in hell," or something along those lines. And like shouting some shit like we're the scum of the earth and we're everything was wrong with blah, you know, the usual shit. Then he comes back and does another run and screams at the other side of the street. Then he goes and parks and tries to pick fights with like 6 different people. Like insanity. Like I think he was genuinely hoping to like get someone to bite and like start a fight with them, because like he was like following people around. Seriously. I'm like, it's wild. The shit that people think about it too is like no one there is being paid. Like, at least not to show up, unless they are like directly involved with the organization, i.e. like they're peacekeepers or safety officers or like organizers. And I honestly don't know if they're being paid or not, like by the organization itself. They might just be volunteering their time. Couldn't tell you. But I know that most of the people that show up that aren't directly involved with the group are not paid to be there, right? Like, seems kind of obvious to me personally, but whatever. That part has been proven to be the case. There are agitators. There are people that show up and like stir shit up. Not all of them are paid. Some are. During the George Floyd protests, there was footage of fucking cops rolling up and dropping off like pallets of bricks and shit, very clearly trying to like entice people into like looting places just to like progress from protest to riot. And unfortunately, anytime you have civil unrest, you have protests, you're eventually going to have riots. That's just kind of like how shit goes. It's not great. Like, yeah, I guess I wouldn't say anytime shit gets out of hand it's like people being paid to like stir shit up, but that has been documented to happen. Like there's such a thing as agitators. Because like as soon as shit gets out of hand and shit gets violent, like authorities now have the excuse to like crack down and fuck some shit up, you know? Like that is like a thing.
Try to cut me, he's steady slashing. Need shit in store, but it doesn't matter. I'm
But like, what I was referring to more so was like the whole concept of like, oh, all these anti-ICE protests are funded by Soros and fucking like that kind of nonsense. It's like, shit, dude, I wish I was being paid to be here. I would be there more often. I unironically got asked that by a lady at the food pantry, where she's like, so you guys being paid to do this? And I was like, no, we're just here for the love of the game, lady. Like, we're just that mad. Like, you think I want to be out in the freezing cold on a fucking Saturday morning when I could be at home with my wife and kids and fucking enjoying like a nice hot breakfast, cup of coffee? Hell no. But we're fucking pissed off about shit and we gotta make that known. Sorry, I'm spacing out. Oh. Yeah, I don't know. I guess I can't really speak for other groups, but like the one that I've been involved with is like, they're real chill. They're real chill, nice people. It's always a good vibe. Their soundtrack they play slaps. They bring like, they'll bring like water bottles and shit for people. They have like little gatherings to like teach people about their rights while they're doing something like that, and like, it's pretty cool. I like it a lot. They're very nice people. I usually walk away going like, that was awesome and I'm glad I did this. It's actually been really good for my mental health too, like, because I think a large factor in my fucking like mental state is just dealing with what's happening around me and being in a constant position of like not really being able to like talk to the people that I spend every day around, because like they have opposed views to mine and think that I'm just being like what's the word I'm looking for? Overreactionary or something like that. Recently saw a TikTok from a former high school official talking about how he left because they were trying to get him to teach new unqualified recruits to break the Constitution. A high ICE official. I can't. I swear I can read. I swear I can read. Yeah, I mean, from what I understand, like, they cut the training down to 47 days. Like, even like beat cops have to go through more training than that. And, like, they're supposed to be like a paramilitary, like a pseudo-military force. Like, they should definitely be having to go through way more fucking training than that. Honestly, like, I don't know. Like, it feels like, to me at any rate, like the administration is trying to test the waters as to like how the general public would react to military occupation. What's the word I'm looking for? Martial law. Told your dad ICE needs to have body cams. He came back with, so should the protesters. Why do the protesters need body cams? They're not run by the damn government. Not to mention every single fucking like protest has people with cameras out constantly. That's, I mean, there's a word I want to use for that I'm not allowed to because I might get my channel taken down. How do I say this in a PC way? That is a very mentally deficient take. It's hard for me to remember that sometimes, like, certain words that are, like, very widely accepted here are not cool to say on the internet. I'm sure. Honestly, I wish I was more, like, my dad and I used to get into it over politics a lot, and it's funny because at that time, I had no idea what the hell I was talking about in any meaningful capacity, and honestly, neither did he in hindsight. Like, I wish I was more politically aware then, like, to the level that I am now, because I feel like I could have, like, I don't know, I feel like it would have been a more productive conversation at the very least. I don't know, I feel like I've grown quite a bit, honestly, as far as like politics and general ideology go. Like, there was a point in my life where I was like right on the border of being like, I was real close to being like a verifiable incel type of person. Like, had some real shit takes about current events. Was generally just kind of like cringy, like in hindsight, talking about, like, thinking about some conversations I had with people, like, make me like physically cringe. It was not great. I feel like I've grown quite a bit as a person. Jesus Christ, I need to fucking remember to save this shit beforehand, dude. We're damn near done with this, and I'm just now, like, actually attaching a name to this file. I distinctly remember having an argument with my dad and, like, stopping midway through and going, bro, I don't think either of us know enough about this to be having this discussion, and then we both laughed and went like, oh yeah, probably. Yeah, no, for sure. Same with the whole fucking Pledge of Allegiance thing with the One Nation Under God shit. That was a fucking marketing campaign to sell flags. Like, it just kind of got adopted. Like, it's wild. It's like, technically speaking, because like the argument I hear a lot again, like in contrast to that is like, well, the country was literally founded by fucking Christians seeking religious freedom. It's like, I mean, yeah, but we're talking about the Puritans. Do you see any Puritans hanging out these days? Because I sure as fuck don't. Like, technically speaking, yes, the country was established, the colonies were established by quote-unquote Christians, but like they were, for the time, what would be considered religious extremists, and their faith, their brand of the faith was actually so poorly fucking like thought through that their own ideologies led to like a myriad of offshoots from just people that didn't fully agree with what like the base layer of Puritans said, and it resulted in like fucking a dozen other offshoots. Only Puritan is a ghost named Bartholomew. It's a TikTok skit of a guy in a pilgrim outfit who shouts witchcraft at stuff. That's amazing. I love that. Oh god, did you hear about? Okay. Completely unrelated, but the witchcraft thing made me think of this. So are you familiar with the My Pillow guy? Whose name I can't remember at this moment. Now? Oh, Mike Lindell is his name. Kind of a psycho. He made the My Pillow company. Like, you know, like it was this fucking pillow company that was like, oh, it's the best pillow ever, da 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 da. Like, honestly, a fairly successful company. I guess he did make some bomb ass pillows. I don't know, never bought one, couldn't tell you. But dude went like full Trumpy, just like super mega. And I guess he's running for governor of Minnesota. It's kind of sad because dude's business is fully tanked. Like he did a lot of like conspiracy pushing about the voting machines, which ended up getting his ass sued. And so he basically ruined his business via defamation suit. So not great, but so I guess he's running for governor's office in Minnesota, and apparently in one of the hearings or meetings about this, some dude came in and like evilly cackled and said some shit along the lines of like, I'm a witch and I curse all of you, and then ran away. And they like freaked out. They like set a like flat out just like, I guess fully took this person on their word that they were a witch and like had a prayer session right then and there to try and cancel out the curse. It would have been you. I don't know. I found that pretty fucking funny. I'm not 100% sure if they like actually believe the dude or if they're just like, you know, trying to make a show of like their faith because in like, you know, response to that whole thing that happened. I don't know. Couldn't tell you. I just found that whole scenario pretty fucking entertaining in general. Hold on, I need to Google this now. Like, I want to make sure I have the details right. I don't want to be spewing bullshit on the internet. Apparently, modern paganism is like kind of a newish thing. And it's like, in a historical sense, utilized as like an overarching term for basically just non-mainstream religion. Okay, hold on. Mike Lindell, witch curse. Oh my god, it's real. Minnesota GOP caucus cursed by a witch. Hellenistic pagan, nice. Okay, let's see. I don't know the political leanings of this particular site, NPR News.
Family, forgive me, I'm doing this desperately. Feel like the rights are the wrongs and the recipe leads to the
Okay, alright, okay.
pretend. Leave to Hokage, this won't ever mend. Breaking my honor to keep all the peace so my demons are friends. I'll be condemned.
Persephone, nice. Okay, let's just see what this has to say. So they're reading off votes for a straw poll for the gubernatorial candidates. Balls led with 30 votes. Speaker announced Mike Lindell trailing by 23. As soon as Lindell's vote tally was read, a cackle began to emerge from the far side of the room. So like, type shit. It came from an unidentified person wearing a green cape with a cross dangling from a chain around their neck and carrying a red cane. How is there not art of this online? Mike Lindell, 23. The bearded person crowed. Two men walked over to the person ushering them away from the room, but then as they walked just a few feet away from the door, the individual turned around to face the crowd and began to yell, accusing the group of killing Renee Macklin Good and Alex Preddy. Okay, so this was recent. Through their Republican vote, Macklin Good and Preddy were killed at the hands of immigration enforcement agents. And okay. I'm a witch, the person exclaimed. I hex all of you. The crowd stirred after hearing the words. When the person ultimately left, a man in the crowd called on the group to take a minute to pray. We cancel that curse, that hex, in Jesus' name, the man said. After proclaiming the curse null and void, the group blessed the person, asking for divine intervention in the heckler's thinking. Amen. So yeah, no, that actually like legitimately happened, and people were like really uneasy about that. It's like, I don't know. Personally, I've never seen evidence that hexes and curses like actually do anything. Like the only instance I've ever personally found of a curse working, the best I could tell was, I don't know if it was documented. It should have been if it was real, because supposedly a dude got cursed by like a voodoo priest or something, and like was told he would die of a heart attack in X number of days, and went to a hospital to be monitored until the time frame had passed. And as like the countdown hit 0, dude died of a fucking heart attack. And again, I have no idea the validity of that story. Yeah, like I feel like that's just general like fucking politeness, honestly. Like, I just don't like fucking, if you want other people to respect your fucking beliefs, like respect theirs, man, you know? And also, like, if you're popping off in someone's comments trying to completely nullify something they said because your belief system says that, like, if they didn't ask to have a fucking discussion about religion, like, maybe keep that shit in your fucking brain. Like, I got into it with some dude on the internet a while back. I think I bitched about this on stream, actually. It was just like, you know, I made a post talking about like how good the vibes were at the protest I went to. It was the No Kings protest. And I was like, it was so cool. There wasn't any violence. It was a good time. Hell yeah. Good job, fucking Ozaki County. Good on you for keeping it real. And dude popped in my comments and was just like, the only king is Jesus. And I was like, first of all, you know damn well that's not what this is about. Second of all, don't fucking preach in my comments, bro. And we got into this whole fucking argument. And by the end of it, I was so fucking sick of his ass that I was like, you know what? Fuck you. I hereby am joining the Satanic Temple just to ensure that I don't have to risk spending an afterlife with you. Get fucked. Have the day you deserve. Eat a bag of dicks. I just kept going. Eventually I had to like call in fucking artillery strikes from the homies and be like, hey, yo. Help. Like, dude just would not fuck off. You stepped away from Christianity for a bit. It put things into perspective. Just like you're glad you went to public high school after being in a private school for 10 years. Oh, Lord. I've never been in a private school. My education has been explicitly public. I do sometimes wonder what my life would have been like had I, you know, had that experience. I feel like it wouldn't have been great, though. From what I hear, if you're weird in a private school, it's way worse than being weird in a public school. Oh, what the hell? Can confirm. All right. Honestly, I wish I had the fucking time, focus, and motivation to, because I used to be really into what I affectionately have dubbed woo-woo. Essentially meaning, anything non-Christian, I guess. I was really interested in like a variety of fucking religions, but tended to focus more so on like the occult. I did spend a pretty decent amount of time like researching hermetics and Thelema and shit like that, which, having like done a deeper dive on Aleister Crowley, dropped that shit like a fucking sack of bricks pretty fucking quickly, honestly. There's a bullying problem that the teachers would deny. I mean, that's pretty standard for... The teachers never want to admit that there's bullying happening, because that means that they have to fucking, like, contend with... Because it's usually the parents, like, the parents of the bullies in private schools are usually very wealthy. And they don't want to deal with that shit. Which, I mean, to a certain degree, I kind of get it. I wouldn't want to deal with that shit either. Granted, I've noticed a tendency in like public schools for the same kind of shit, where like kids being bullied and they stand up for themselves, and then the kid that stood up for themselves gets punished while the fucking bully gets off scot-free. That I don't get at all. Like, how does that make sense? Their parents were also on the parent-teacher league. Ooh, yeah, that's the school equivalent of trying to fucking get anything but booze legalized in Wisconsin because of the fucking tavern league. Oop. Oh, shit, excuse me.
I know I can make it on my own. The city is poison to the bone. I hear all my voices tell me no one is telling the truth. No one cares about
Stopped being friends with two of the moms because they liked to make nasty comments about teachers and other parents. Goddamn gossips. Honestly, I try to just avoid interacting with the school and other parents as best I can. Like, I'm an antisocial fuck. Unless it's already been established that I like you. Like, I generally try to avoid talking to people. I mean, if I end up getting stuck in a situation where I'm gonna be talking to someone anyways, I'm pretty friendly, but like... Oh, rip. Oh man, that reminds me of, so one of my favorite teachers in high school was the biology teacher, one of the biology teachers, Mr. Arnholt, which I got recommended him on Facebook as a friend recently, but that feels weird. It's like I haven't been in that high school for like 15 years now. I don't know if you would even fucking remember who the hell I am. Like, I don't know. Feels weird. Don't want to add an old teacher as a Facebook friend personally, but dude was cool as fuck. We were all pretty sure that he smoked weed with the other biology professor and would go to Webb's at like the ass crack of dawn, just stoned as shit to go chug coffee. Yeah, I think he talked about this guy now that I think about it. Yeah, because I think I think you mentioned him when you found out that he had dementia. This emote is completely unrelated to what is happening in the conversation, just testing it. These are looking good. I'm happy about that. Do I want to do the last one? Oh, my back is starting to hurt. We'll at least get it started. We'll go to 9:30. Yeah, I remember a great story from this dude in particular. I was in his class a year earlier than I was supposed to be because I guess I did good in science in middle school. Turns out I have a knack for like biological science, but I'm fucking god awful at chemistry. I don't know, just couldn't wrap my head around chemistry. Granted, when I was taking chemistry in high school, that was also my peak stoner years, so like my brain wasn't processing much, in all honesty. But anyway, so the biology class, the whole thing was like, you know, learning about animals and generally how that shit all functions, and like, you know, it's a fucking high school biology class. There was this one chick in that class who I shall not name on the internet, but let's just say that I'm pretty sure when she hit puberty, her whatever brains she had went to her height and her curves. Because this chick was like 6'7", curvy, and dumb as a box of rocks. Hi, fishy. Legit saved the kid's life too. Church doors were always unlocked. Mentally unstable girl barged into the building, started slapping a student who was on his way to church, tried to get away. Started shouting at the teacher you're talking about, came out of nowhere and pried her hands out the kid's throat. Hell yeah. So to continue the story, at the end of that course, we had to do a project. Send you the shit when you can this weekend. Sounds good, dude. Josh is in line ahead of you. He said not to worry about time frame and shit, so I guess if you need this shit faster, I can work on yours more prominently. I might just shuffle y'all. So at the end of this course, we had to do our final project was we had to invent an animal. We had to invent an animal and like explain its like survival adaptations and, you know, pretty straightforward shit. And okay, sounds good, dude. And after everyone had presented their projects, this chick raised her hand and without a single hint of irony or self-awareness said the words, "Mr. Arnholt, what's a mammal?" I have never seen the light leave a person's eyes so swiftly and clearly as that biology teacher hearing that question. Like his face just went dead for like a solid like 2 seconds, and then he just very politely and quietly said, "I have failed you as a teacher." Which I think was his way of saying, "Holy shit, you dumb bitch." Same chick earlier in that semester. Fishy, can you deal with the stream boo person? Earlier in the year, same chick, same class. We were talking about we're talking about where different meats came from, you know, like pork is pig, beef is cow, etc., etc. And she asked what pancakes were made out of. Again, like, not making a joke or anything, she just wanted to know. And Mr. Arnholt, being a bit of a shit ass, looked her dead in the eyes and went, squirrels. The look of horror on this girl's face. She fully believed him. She fully believed that fucking pancakes were made out of squirrels. Like, god damn, this woman, this chick made a baby. Like, I don't know, man. Like that lady is a mom. Like, that kind of terrifies me. I don't know how the child's life has gone. I didn't know her well enough to keep up post high school or anything, so I can't speak on that matter beyond the oh dear god. Like, for all I know, the kid is living a great life. Hopefully they're relatively intelligent. But like, oh man. I don't remember what brought that up. I think it was just cool teachers and Mr. Arnold being a G. Yeah, no, for real. I don't usually talk just that level of shit about a person's intelligence, but like I feel like it's somewhat warranted in that particular instance. Because like, goddamn. Like, my interactions with her legitimately made me concerned about the future of like humanity in general. I guess it's turning out that that's actually kind of being proven to be a valid concern from that time, because like, again, don't know about the rest of the world, but I recently read that like the average American IQ, which I mean, IQ numbers are kind of a bullshit way of or kind of a bullshit metric as far as intelligence goes, but like, there was a kid in high school who 100% believed Chris Brown was innocent. I don't know enough about the case to know whether or not that's like a special level of dumb. Is that like the equivalent of being like, OJ's innocent? Almost raged over it. Maybe dude was just a really big Chris Brown fan and was in denial. That's what it was? Yeah. It's never a good feeling when someone you idolize does shitty things. And it always leaves you in a weird position of like, how do you move forward with like Like, case in point, like, Neil Gaiman with all the shit that he's been accused of as of late. Like, I really like the shit that dude makes. I find Sandman to be fucking really cool. Like a lot of his, I like a lot of the dude's work. I don't know if that came to like light that like the accusations were false, but like last I heard about the dude, he was being accused of a bunch of fucking sex crimes. Oh shit, I missed something. Got in an argument with another kid who said Catwoman was from Marvel and Black Cat was from DC. It got to the point where someone looked it up and told him he was wrong. I would be the one who was wrong in that instance, for sure. Like, I never paid that much attention to like what company what superhero was from. So I would be the dumb bitch in that instance, for sure. Like I have legitimately fucked up like saying what like company what property was from like live on the internet before. Like, I don't know. I'm aware of like the heroes and villains themselves, but it was never like a priority for me to like know like DC versus Marvel. I mean, I could pretty readily identify it now. Like, it's still not like a priority of knowledge in my brain. I know, like, I know Black Cat and Catwoman. I had to like wrestle in my brain for a second to be like, okay, Catwoman is Batman, Black Cat is Spider-Man. Which company owns those two properties?
The goat. I see you think you're a trophy, so hang it above my mantle. The power you fulfill me, it got you at a standstill. Looks can be deceiving, now you know I'm far from fragile. All that confidence you had, easy to cancel. Release the mage from a cage, and then you gotta enrage. You wanna talk about age? Well, I like playing this game, so when I take you away, you know I have much to gain. Entered my domain, you'll get used to the pain. Should've stayed in your lane, cause now I'm picking your brain. While others stalk off his chain, I got the knowledge to reign. No slang done in vain, you better remember the name. Everybody's top lane, as a queen with no shame. Believe my bro, but didn't mean to retaliate. Banished from my home, death was creeping right along the way.
Wait, to me or to this dude?
I'm so thug, I would pop you when the blaze lights. That means you hit the guns when it shifts to daytime. I'm a powerful like a lion. Don't even try to fight when Escanor gets a slice in. A human deity, smashing right through your dignity. You stupid trying to play with me. I'm hurting these enemies endlessly. You think you pick up a knife in this fight, then try to play me seriously. Is that all you got? What a pity.
I mean, you can always do the Reddit move and just follow it up with like a /J or whatever. Seems to work pretty well on the internet. I would have been like, what do you mean? What'd you do? You would have had to explain that shit to me like I'm 5. Alright, we're reaching the end of the stream. I'm pretty happy with the emotes so far. As like, I think we did pretty good as far as making it understandable as to like what each one is. They look pretty good in chat so far. This one I have some concerns about, but I think we're gonna call it here for now, though. Hang out and chat for a couple minutes still while like get shit closed up and like figure out where we're going. Glad you hopped in, went from absolutely numb and dead inside to happy. Well, I'm glad I could help. This is a good there's some good convos today for sure. Now I have to make a game time decision and decide whether or not I want to chug the rest of my legal THC beverage and risk having an anxiety attack but sleeping really good, or just raw dogging the Sandman. That came out wrong. There's a quote there somewhere, but I don't feel like typing it out. How many quotes do we have now? Why are most of my quotes sexual? Motherfucker, it is my own bot. Yes, this is allowed. All right, we have 9 quotes so far. We gotta build that back up. That's all good. I don't know who we're raiding yet, but let's go take a look. Let's see who's live and doing stuff. Head over to the main page. Sleepy Shark is live. We haven't said hi to them in a hot minute. Let's do Sleepy Shark. Jack and Gray are both streaming. I don't see. Oh, there he is. Holy shit, Jack has 13 viewers. God damn. Oh, it's shared viewers. Jin has more viewers out of the 2. Hell yeah. Wait, he went back live? Motherfucker just doesn't stop. God damn. Alright, we'll raid Jack. Alright, thank you for hanging out. Much love and appreciation to everyone who popped in and said hi today. Hope you had a good time while I was making my emotes. I'll be back on Thursday playing with Sheep and Friends. I don't remember. I think we were going to play that content warning game or whatever the hell. And then I'm going to be taking a 2-week hiatus because I need some downtime. I need some downtime that doesn't involve chores or streaming or art. Just need some time to veg the fuck out. So, all right, let's go.
My fantasy team